Back when I was a little baby chef, I was making caramel and like the executive chef came by and I whisked too hard and I burned the side of my hand. And he said, that's why you don't whisk caramel. And then he did nothing to help me. French chefs, you know? Hi, my name is Camari Mick and I am the executive pastry chef of Raf's and Musket Room. Today we're gonna be cooking on the fly. Theme is holiday cookie, gingerbread spice mix, Werther's Originals, these are OG grandma pocket candy, Sichuan, love it, crunchy peanut sesame candy. I have thoughts. Sweet rice flour, all right, we're gonna go in the gluten-free direction because why not? Grapery, the cotton candy variety. Goat cheese, okay, we're gonna do something. Original thoughts, melting down the candy, doing like a goat cheese caramel swirl into the cookie base. I'm definitely gonna Roboku this, and I believe dip the cookie so it's on the bottom and it makes like a crispily, crackly, crunchy bottom. This makes me want to do gluten-free. Immediately whenever I see sweet rice flour, I always think of mochi, but we also need glutinous rice flour, and we'll see what the food gods have prepared for us. Cotton candy grapes. I'm gonna know. I don't know. You know what would be cool though? If we like juiced these bad boys and then used it as a liquid in the cookie. I am the fine believer of putting black pepper in my fall mix. Well, they're not the same, but like another pepper together. This is gonna be fun. I have my ingredients. I have all my equipment. We're gonna get started with the goat cheese and caramel situation. So these things are hard. Oh my God, I lied. They are not hard. They're kind of soft. It doesn't change plans though. It actually makes it better. We are going to make the caramel, add a little bit of water. I'm trying to get this all homogeneous just till it's melted, and I know it's gonna be able to take on some of the goat cheese. This goat cheese is kind of tempered, but I wanna get it smooth before we add it into the caramel. We're gonna add a little bit to temper it. As a chef, or just like in my philosophy in baking, like there should be some sort of like through line through your plates and through your dishes. Like it's really easy to put food on a plate, but how many people can tell a story?
What's the story you're trying to tell?
Girl, how deep you wanna get? The story I'm trying to tell with this dish is while you have these wildly dynamic items, you don't need to go too far out to create something delicious. We're almost there. Look at that! That is sexy! This is what I'm talking about! Let's taste it. That's delicious. It tastes very gamey, it's tangy, it's sweet, it's delicious. I actually, in fact, want to add some of the Szechuan. You know that numbing and tangy feeling that happens on your tongue when you eat a Szechuan peppercorn? As a kid, did you ever take a battery and put it to your tongue and it like did that? That is what I'm talking about. That's like what's happening in my mouth right now. I'm not gonna do too much because it's such a strong spice. We want it to be pretty fine. We don't wanna have like a grittiness into the caramel. Now I'm gonna take our Szechuan, we're gonna sift a little bit in, whisk it, and then we're going to put it in the fridge to make it set. We're not gonna make these super spicy. We're going to make these more fragrant. Szechuan adds more of that smell and the aromatics rather than adding spice to it. Let's give her a taste. A little bit more. I'm gonna add a little salt. Let's taste it one more time to make sure we're at where we're at. Perfection. We're gonna wipe down and we're gonna move into our dough. First step is the cotton candy grapes. We're gonna crush them a bit. We don't need too much. It is going to add moisture to the cookie. It's going to add a little bit more flavor. It's already kind of sweet. I'm thinking of this as like putting raisins into your cookie. I want to use both rice flour and AP flour because we still want that rise. I want to add half of the spice mix into only half of the dough because we want to create a swirl. And I think holiday cookies should always look pretty. We want to make them lookers. We don't like them for the personality. I also want to add a little bit of lemon zest. You should have a little bit of citrus whenever you're having these nice, hearty, warm spices. And then we're going to kind of like work these together to make it a swirl. Okay, so now that we have our cookie dough swirled, we have our scoop, we're going to put these on the baking trays, set them in the fridge. We just want them in the fridge just until they harden up just a little bit. In reality, I would love to let these rest a day and then bake them. That would be the perfect amount of time. It gives it a chance for all the flour to be hydrated. It gives it time to relax. Dough is better to bake the next day, or like at least 8 hours, at least. Now I'm gonna add the thumbprint to these cookies. We're just gonna take the back of a smaller scoop and kind of just like smush it in there. I'm not using the thumbprint because like, look at that versus that. That looks so much better. We want sexy, we want chic. So we're gonna pop these in the fridge. We're gonna give them about 10 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to work on our sesame candy and breaking that down. So we have our nuts. So let's try it. Off the bat, definitely smells super peanutty. Not as sweet as I thought it was gonna be. So that's really, really good. This is gonna add a really nice layer to the grapes in the cookie because peanut butter jelly. So I see whoever did the basket. I see what you're doing there. Let's add some in. We're not gonna process this too long. We're not looking for a powder. We're looking just for like some chunks on the end so we can roll the bottom of the dough into it. There's some larger chunks in here, but I don't want to keep pulverizing it. I just want this like dirt. Okay, here are our cookies. All right, they look so good. They've hardened quite a bit, so I feel like we're ready to rock and roll. We're just gonna coat the whole cookie because it's not taking on so much. So I think a perfect bite will get everything in it. So what I want to do is take half of our trays. We're going to put them directly into the oven right now. And then the other half I'm going to keep out and I'm going to fill with our caramel. I want to bake half because I'm not exactly sure how the caramel is going to bake. In the oven, it can boil up and get like super messy on the tray and boil over and get really hard. We can kind of like bake them and then put this nice caramel in there and then just have like a really nice like goat cheese caramel on top. We're gonna cook these at 325 low fan for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna see how we're looking. So we have our second batch. I'm just going to take our caramel mixture and we're gonna pipe it in. We're going to put them in the oven at the same temp for 5 minutes on low fan. We have our cookies. Let's just hit them with some molten salt too. Let's just set them aside and wait for their cousins to come out. These did boil up. As you can see, it looks like a baked caramel, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I just got these out of the oven. I'm just gonna like shingle them a bit because I like my cookies to be like perfect. Now it just boils all down to the texture of the caramel after it's been baked. Like, look at the difference. Like, this one's gonna be like ooey gooey, and this one has like a little bit of gooiness to it, but it's definitely gonna be a little bit more chewy. I'm excited to taste these. Okay, so we have both of our cookies. Let's taste them. Let's do this one. This is option A, baked, and looks delicious. Look at the pull. Okay, nice and soft. No like cheesy pull situation. That's okay, you know, that's not what we were here for. That's really good. I would buy that. Wow, I would pay money for that. The caramel in that is definitely set. It coats your mouth, which is fun. You get the sweetness from the cotton candy, the tartness from the goat cheese is really nice. You taste the lemon, you taste the gingerbread, like you taste all of the flavors. It's all really, really good. I knew it was gonna do it. Look at that. That's good stuff right there. I love that the caramel's loose. You taste the Sichuan in the caramel. You taste the gingerbread swirl. You taste the lemon zest. There's chunks of the grapes in there. This is a really, really good cookie. It's soft, it's crunchy. This is my winner. This is, for me, this is what I want in a cookie. This is really good too. Since the caramel kind of like bakes into it, it loses its identity a little bit.
How do you think you did with this challenge?
I think I crushed this. You know, I think I did a really, really good job having the two, like, you know, identifying that, oh, we can bake it, but we don't have to at the same time. Like, if you're gonna go to a Christmas party, I would probably take these because they would travel better. But if you're having something at your house, like, I would just do these. They really remind me of, like, Christmas morning. For me, like, waking up and having cinnamon rolls, this reminds me of that. This is a really good cookie.